Today topic is sound. Every day we hear sound from various sources like birds, bells, machines, vehicles, and etc. Our ears help us to hear the sound produced at a distance. Here one important point, what is sound and how does sound reach our ears from the source of its production? So what is sound means? Sound is a form of energy. It travels through the air and reaches our ear to give the sensation of sound. And next, how does sound travels? Yeah, here, especially in air, sound travels two possible ways by which transfers of energy from the source of sound to our ears. One is that the sound produces disturbances in air and they strike our ears. If the sound explanation is sound travels through disturbance in the form of waves. Next, what is wave? So wave means a periodic disturbance produced in a material medium due to the vibratory motion of the particles of the medium is called a wave. Next, propagation of sound. We know that sound is produced by vibrating objects. The matter or the substance through which sound is transmitted is called the medium. The sound waves, there are two types of waves. The first one is transverse waves and second one is longitudinal waves. What is the longitudinal waves? A wave in which particles of the medium vibrate back and forth in the same direction in which the wave is moving is called the longitudinal wave. For example, the wave which travels along a spring when it is pushed and pulled at one end. We will now describe how longitudinal waves are formed on a spring. In figure shows the normal position of a spring whose one end is fixed. Now, if the free end of the spring is moved to and fro continuously, the longitudinal waves consisting of alternate compressions and rarefactions travel along the spring. Here, what is the meaning of compressions and what is the meaning of rarefactions? So compressions means the part of longitudinal wave in which the density of the particles of the medium is higher than the normal density is called the compressions. Rarefaction means the part of a longitudinal wave in which the density of the particles of the medium is lesser than the normal density is called a rarefactions. The sound waves in air are longitudinal waves. The particles of the air vibrate back and forth parallel to the direction of sound wave. So the sound waves are traveling air. So finally, the longitudinal waves can be produced in all three mediums like solids, liquids and gases. And next type, transverse waves. So what is the transverse wave? A wave in which the particle of the medium vibrate up and down at right angles to the direction in which the wave is moving is called a transverse wave. For example, the water waves formed on the surface of water in a pond are also transverse waves. In the molecules of water move up and down in the vertical direction when the wave travels in the horizontal direction along the water surface. Since the water molecules vibrate up and down at the same place as water wave moves across the surface of the pond. And next example, the waves produced in a stretched string when plucked are transverse waves. When a string of a guitar is plucked, transverse waves are produced in the string. When a transverse wave travels horizontally in a medium, the particles of the momentum vibrates up and down. In the vertical direction, the graphical representation of this up and down is called crust and trough. What is the crust? Crust means the highest point on the hump in a transverse wave is called a crust. Thus, the point of maximum positive displacement on a wave is called crust. And second one, trough. What is the trough? The lowest point on the depression in a transverse wave is called a trough. Thus, the point of maximum negative displacement on a transverse wave is called a trough. Next one, characteristics of a sound wave. A sound wave can be described completely by 5 characteristics. The first one is wavelength, second one is amplitude, third one is time period, fourth one is frequency, and fifth one is velocity or speed. The first one, the first character, wavelength, the maximum distance in which a sound wave repeats itself is called its wavelength. The SI unit of wavelength is meters. The next one, amplitude, the maximum displacement of the particle of the medium from their original position is called amplitude of the wave. And next one, time period, the time required to produce one complete wave is called time period of the wave, or the time taken to complete one vibration is called time period. Units of time period is seconds. And next character, frequency. The frequency means the number of complete wave produced in 1 second is called frequency of the wave, or the number of vibrations per second is called frequency. SI units of frequency is hertz. Generally, the mathematical formula, frequency is equal to 1 by time period. Here frequency is indicated to the small f and time period is indicated to the capital T. So f is equal to 1 by t. And next one is velocity of wave. What is the velocity of the wave means? The distance traveled by a wave in 1 second is called velocity of the wave. The SI units of velocity is meter per second. Next, you can take the relation between velocity, frequency and wavelength of wave. We know that the velocity is equal to distance traveled by time taken. You can write V is equal to lambda by T. Here lambda is nothing but wavelength and T is the time taken. And next formula, frequency. The frequency equal to 1 by capital T. The capital T is the time period. So from these two equations you can write that V is equal to lambda by nu. Finally the frequency nu is equal to, you can write to the lambda by V, or lambda is equal to nu into V. So this is the relation between frequency, velocity and wavelength.